gosh. Let me see. Make sure I'm cool. I think it's just black that's attracting more heat. Like I'm hot as fuck.
Today is a hot one, of course, on the last day.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We back for another episode of the True Table Podcast. This is a special episode. We live, direct. We in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and it's hot as fuck out here. Hot as fuck. We don't got no producers out here today. It's just me and Naja one-on-one out here. Super duper hype guest. Introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Naj, aka Naj 101 on all platforms. What's good? We out here in Punta Cana sweating. Of course, our last day is the hottest day.
That's the devil.
Yeah.
That's the devil.
Definitely.
But being as though we press for time out here, and it is the most beautiful day and the most hot day out here, we also realize that life is not always the most beautiful, it's not always the most pleasant. So let me know your darkest, deepest moment in life that you had to figure it out and you just ain't know how you was gonna make it out.
Darkest, deepest?
Off the top of your head. Got it, y'all. Got it.
I done had a couple dark moments where I just ain't know what
Do
the hell I
tell.
was gonna do. My biggest...
Cantaloupe?
No, thank you.
Okay.
My biggest is dealing with a son that had behavioral and mental health issues. That was just like, you talk about parenting and not having a handbook for parenting, but y'all having a kid with behavioral issues. That's like a whole nother level.
Mental health is definitely real.
Quitting jobs, having to leave jobs because I had to be a parent.
Man.
Not knowing like what I was going to do.
Yeah.
His father died when he was, 6? So, and no real family, no support like that. I mean, I had some, but...
Because families don't family no more.
At all. And the males in my life, in his life, that was just like non-existent.
Everybody talk that community until it's time to be community.
Yeah, like I had to not 302 him, but
201.
201 him, and that was like the hardest decision ever. I had I broke down.
For context purposes, explain what's a 201 and a 302.
A 302 is when somebody has like an emotional episode or breakdown, so to speak, and you have to call, crisis or whoever to come get them, like the cops, ambulance, whoever. But a 201 is a voluntary.
Okay. Where
you take the person in, like you make that same call, but then you physically take them in, and it's voluntarily going.
Okay.
And the first time I had to do that, it was just so hard. I was on the phone with one of my son's aunts, and I just was breaking. Like I broke when I had to leave my son. Ooh, I'm tearing up.
It gets real.
But yeah, that was like the hardest decision because it's like...
You need a towel? Something?
No, I got a tissue.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like the hardest decision. Like, am I really about to do this? Like, am I doing the right thing? Did I discipline him enough? Did I...
all the woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Just everything. It's just you question your parenting. You question your parenting a lot. And... yeah, and I was questioning everything, like everything.
What's crazy about that is, I'm pretty sure, like you questioning shit, whatever. Everybody's around you who's not. You looking for support, they don't got no support. They got an opinion, but they got something to say. But
when I would call and ask, can you come? Just talk to them. Can you do this? Can you do that? I ain't gonna put specific people out there, but it was like, all right, I'll be there this weekend or whatever. And they'd be like, all right, I'm gonna come talk to them.
And the weekends never come.
And nothing happens. But then mind you, I had to 201 my son a couple times. And it was just like, when I did it, I even got put on blast on social media. Oh, you quick to send your son away and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, yo, when your back is up against the wall and you clearly don't know what else to do, it's like, I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out some outside help to see what's going on. and he's had therapy for grief therapy. He just had every kind of therapy you can think of. He's had it.
Do you ever have? I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you have any grievance counseling?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has grief. Yes, we started it, and my son never properly grieved. I think he broke down maybe one time.
Okay.
And that was when he was like teen years.
And how old is he now?
He's 22.
22. Okay.
But going all the way from 6 to the teenage years, that's a long time.
Long time.
So
long time.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That's a life sentence for real.
It was a lot.
So as an adult, do you see a difference of how he is now compared to what he was then?
I definitely see a difference. It was still somewhat a struggle. Like the beginning, well, he's only 22 now, but I see a total difference in him now than I did a couple years ago. Like, he was still having an outburst or whatever when he was pissed off or whatever.
Right.
But now it's like he's more calm and he's aware of what he's doing. And he thinks about,
more conscious.
He'll think about an altercation or try his best to, just he'll tone it down, or he just won't say anything and just be quick to walk away before he even.
Right.
Because my son was like, there was no like 0 to 10. There was no between. It was just like 10.
Real snap and pop.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that.
So
I'm real familiar with that.
Now it's way, way better. And I also think my grandson helped it. Because I see it changing him too.
You a grandmother?
Yes, I am.
High five. And how old are you?
43.
43. My God. They don't make them like 43-year-olds like back in my day. Back in my day, 43, you was working at Blue Cross Blue Shield. You know how to make a couple greens, turkey necks, ham hocks, something.
Well, I do know how to make all of that, but...
You make ham hocks?
No, not ham hocks. I don't no pork on my pork.
No pork. I thought I knew you.
No pork.
Okay. So, you 23. Yeah, that's...
43.
43. Hey, I thought you was gonna let it ride, but that's how it is cooking. God damn. All right, so 43. You have a 22-year-old son. You have a grandson. And how did you get to that point in life to like, all right, I could let my hair down. I could chill. Like, did you always have a soft upbringing? Was it always hard? What was your situation like?
My upbringing was like, in the beginning, it was great. But you know how you don't know about stuff until you get older and start to realize what's going on.
Right.
It was cool. Like, I had fun. I was a single child till I was 11. Oh, the only child till I was 11. So
you was a single and you was a child?
Right?
Whoa.
Only child till I was 11. And everything was cool. Like, my mom, she was doing her. Like, my mom used
Hola. Shout out to the pod. we live, y'all.
My mom used to sing. She used to model. She used to do everything. So she was always going. So I was always, my weekend plans was made by Wednesday.
Oh, you was always,
I already knew where I was going.
You was going.
Yeah, like, and I spent a lot of time with my family, particularly one aunt, with my cousin or whatever. So I practically lived with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, me and my grandmother was like super tight. That was like my bestie. Like, that was my rock.
That was your baby.
That was my rock. We always either lived in the same household or walking distance, but I mean, everything was cool. I was always at everybody's house, and I was when I look back now, I was naive and always there to help everybody. Like, it was never a no for me. And I think it was a blessing and a curse.
Now, is it a no for you now?
Oh, hell yeah. And I lost a lot of people.
Did you lose a lot of people, or did you find yourself?
I found myself and I lost a lot of people.
Okay.
Because, nowadays you yearn for that stuff that you used to have before.
Ooh, child.
The family cookouts and everything like that. But I always was a yes person to everybody. And I had to tone it down. My grandmother told me one time, she said, when I was moving into my first apartment and I couldn't get a ride. And she was like, you always babysitting, you always working for this one, you babysitting this one, you helping this one.
Overexerting yourself.
You doing this one here, you doing that. You better not help none of them. You can't even get a ride. You better not help none of them.
Smart woman.
And my grandma furnished my first apartment. Like,
damn.
She did my grandma was my everything. Like,
I miss my grandma. What? That was my girl.
My nana was Ole, and we was a month apart, birthday wise.
Okay,
same sign.
Say, goddamn. Okay.
But yeah, that was my baby.
Damn. So, what's one thing? Because I'm noticing we got the same thing in common for our grandmoms. Yeah. What's one thing that you hold on to that your grandmother told you that you'll never let go?
She used to tell me a lot. I don't know. We talked about so much. We talked about it so much. I can't pinpoint just one thing.
Okay. The last thing she told you.
The last thing she told me was she loved me. Like, she looked at me when I got to the hospital, like, because we had like 2 weeks of just up and down.
Right.
When I got to the hospital, she just looked at me. Like, as soon as she saw me, all you seen was tears rolling out her eyes.
She was holding out for you.
And it broke me because I was stalling to go in the room. Like, anytime my grandma was in the hospital, as soon as I hit the door and see her, I would walk back out, break down in the hallway. But she just looked at me and, she said, I love you, whatever. She, she started tearing and stuff or whatever, but I had to just stand back because it was just...
And just take it all in.
My uncle just was hugging her and he was whispering in her ear, was like, it's all right, Mom, just go ahead and let go.
Right.
But it was hard. That was hard. That's
kind of like the scene in Raising Kanan, where Marvin looked at his mother and she wanted him to let her go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he just can't do it. And
how can you... They don't understand the mental, that puts on a kid.
Yeah, because I understand, like, you want to go, you tired, you exhausted, absolutely. But it's like you don't know the psyche play on you, the trauma, the triggers you about to put on this person for the rest of their life, just in order to put you at ease. And it's like, how do you put somebody at ease that brought you into this world?
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm not going to be at ease no more. Because I'm like, now, not only am I a killer, I killed my creator.
Yeah.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, my family was a complete ass around that time. And I just sat back and just watched it. It was just crazy.
Because it's like, in our communities, when Big Mama go, the whole family go. It's just like everybody just disperse. So what are some things you think, being so now, we all got families of our own, how do we break that Black tradition, trauma tradition, and we spin the narrative?
It's hard now because I think the biggest problem with people is accountability. When you hurt somebody and you can't be accountable, you can't hold yourself accountable for it.
Right.
It's like you don't feel like you do nothing wrong.
Right.
So therefore, that person feels disrespected, they're hurt, and it's hard to be around that individual because it's like every time I see you, the slightest thing or the slightest joke you crack, I'm going to take personally.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot in my family because we are jokesters.
Yeah, y'all the big
games like cookouts was water balloons, water guns, that type of
that
stuff.
90s fun.
You run, somebody throwing ice down your back, or saying something or making a joke about you, just bidding. And it's like later, I would see if a joke was cracked or something and somebody bid on you. They took it personally. Oh, why would you say that? Or you know what I'm saying?
Now everybody's so uptight.
Everybody, exactly, and it's just like no fun. The accountability.
Sorry, y'all.
Is crazy.
I don't got no sunscreen on my head. I don't get cooked.
Accountability. My flower falling off. I'm trying to be all islandy and Caribbean.
Listen, we understand.
But yeah, it's just like, I think accountability is a big thing, and everybody's just worrying about themselves and their household. Like, family doesn't worry about family.
They don't.
And it's back in the day when, like, my mom used to have the kids all the time. A lot of, this person worked here, this person worked here long hours. Me and my cousins was always together.
Yeah.
Always together. Somebody was always at somebody's house. And nowadays, it's like, oh, are you paying me? Are you paying this person? Are you doing this? Where is, we family, so we got to make sure each other,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Is above water. Like, it's just not there. Everybody's just for self.
Now, good segue. Now, how you just put everybody's for self. There's no more family no more. Let's go back to like block parties, cookouts.
Yeah.
Even holidays. Now, mind you, I'm Muslim. I understand. I know you
Yes.
Muslim as well, but we wasn't born into the
At all.
religion, so we all converted for context purposes. So, but remember when there was a time where we did celebrate these holidays like Thanksgiving, and as I got older, Thanksgiving became my most favorite holiday because I was greedy as shit.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you cooked for everybody. Nowadays, when you cooking, like, you're cooking for your family, your household, or don't touch this because this is for man, this little Raheem, this little Pookie, whoever.
Yeah.
Don't touch that, whatever. But this is for everybody else. Oh, I might cook the steaks for my family, but you get the hamburgers, you get the hot dogs, the drums, the quarter legs. I don't want no motherfucking quarter leg. I want a breast.
The only family that was singled out in my family was my cousins because they didn't eat meat at all. So it was like, well, of course, nobody was going to touch their stuff.
Oh, they were
vegetarians.
Oh, pescatarian.
They was vegetarian.
Okay.
They didn't eat any meat. So, but back in the day, this person made this the best, that person made that the best, and that's who made everything. Like, all right, this person is going to cover the meats. My mom got the potato salad or the macaroni and tuna salad. This person has this person has it, and everybody come together. It was a cookout where my uncle called me. Rip to him, my uncle.
Recipe song.
That's Hookah Pike.
Oh man.
Yeah, he called me. He was like, "Nah, Buddha butt. Where can we get this? Where can we get that?"
Buddha butt.
Shut up. And I was telling him or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, everybody just bring, food for their household, and we just want all coming together." And I said, that ain't all gonna come together.
That's a potluck or something, right?
I said, I'm not coming. I said, if it's not gonna be real like we used to have, I'm not even coming. I said, like normal, when this person to make the potato salad, this person to make this person to make that, like that's coming together. Everybody's sharing. Not, I'm bringing for this household and I'm bringing. No, I said I'm not coming if we don't.
Setting up for disaster.
And it's just like he was trying to appoint me the person to get everybody together. And of course, I had family members that I didn't talk to or whatever. I said, all right, well, I'll call everybody except this family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which was bad, but I can't help, the situation. Like,
this is like I'm gonna use, for example, for context purposes, the Kendrick and Drake beef. A lot of people picking sides. That's what goes on in our communities. People in our families, they be gang warring, they be picking sides. You're only cool with this clique of cousins, this clique of uncles, or whatever. Anybody, you better not speak to this person. You better not say that. Oh, what she say? What he say? Oh, like, you like, damn. Then we all used to sleep in the bed. Then I know you used to pee in the bed. I never told nobody. Like, it's just like, there's no community.
Yeah.
But we quick to call community. Like,
absolutely.
Man, I just wish it go back to how it was back in the day. Fun, loving. Yeah. Where everybody met up at one house.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't go over nobody. You can't know where nobody live at.
Yeah.
None of that. Yeah. But that one house.
So many secrets, like, don't tell nobody this. Like, what? We're supposed to be family helping each other out. Like, somebody struggling in one area in life. Where's the team effort? Where's the camaraderie? Like, all right, this person struggling here. Let's do this or whatever. Like, it's just everybody have a fall at some point.
And they be having hidden agendas.
Yeah, they too.
Hidden agendas, or they're like, let me help out such and such just so I can see what's going on.
No, or either you got people that'll help you out just so they can say they helped you out.
Yeah.
You got people that help you out just so they can get stuff in return. Like, it's just crazy.
You cooking right now, this heat. You was cooking.
And I've always been a person that I never expected anything in return. Then I started looking for people to treat, like, I would treat people how I wanted to be treated. Right. And would be losing out because it wasn't reciprocated. And I still struggle with that.
But you know what's crazy though? That's something you shouldn't fault yourself for, because that's a common courtesy. That's a decency of you.
Yeah.
But I know it's even with people. If they let you down, it'll alter how you are naturally, and it's like you can't do that.
Yeah, because for a minute I felt like I was cold-hearted, like, and not through therapy. Like, my main thing, with therapy, I was asking my therapist, I'm like, well, not asking her, telling her that my goal was to stay true and stay myself without turning into somebody else.
Right.
How do I get back to being that same sweet, you know what I'm saying, Naja, without having people run all over me?
Right.
Or take advantage of me.
You just gotta be assertive.
Right. Being assertive, and that's me. I don't like saying no, and I don't like hurting nobody's feelings.
I say on and reverse.
So
no.
it's like, how do I still say that same person without changing who I am?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's like I learned this though. If you don't be assertive, you'll never get the real person. Let's see how people handle when they tell you when they being told no, or I can't do it at the moment. And it's like, do you really fuck with me? Because if you do, you're like, I understand. It shit happens.
Because it was like, I know how I felt when somebody said this to me or somebody said that, and I know I go above and beyond. If I don't have it, like if I say I'm broke and somebody needs something, I'm giving it because I know I got a paycheck coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even worried about it. Go ahead or whatever because I know I got more money coming to me, or I know I got, you know what I'm saying? But I had to stop being like that. And it's sad because I want to still be that person, but not be naive or taken advantage of.
True.
Yeah.
True. So it's like you're trying to find a happy medium.
Right.
It meets somewhere in the middle, but sometimes you can't meet everybody in the middle. Sometimes you can't meet them at the front, but you can damn sure meet them at the door.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Absolutely.
But I appreciate your time being on the True Table Pod because this sun is cooking me.
Yes, it's cooking me too.
I ain't gonna try to act like I'm all cool.
My legs is burning in these black tights.
He got a plane to catch, yo.
Yeah.
But we wanted to chop it up with you. We might gotta do a part 2. We gotta spend the block on it.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you or what platforms you on.
I'm not on so many platforms anymore. I'm on Facebook, of course. People don't do Facebook anymore, but I
She's
still
the
do.
auntie.
Because, I had contact with a lot of my school friends and stuff one year, but now they're on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, Naj101. Naj _101.
You got another Naja, y'all.
Yeah.
BTT cooked her episode.
Yes.
She had me crying after we finished.
Yeah, I ain't dig, man. I just tapped the layer. I ain't even get into a layer. But yeah, I'm on Instagram, Naj _101.
Okay.
Those who know me know me. Those who don't, you might get to know me.
And what other platform are you on that they can find you?
I am also a ish talker. Tuesday nights, 9:00, where we talk our shits.
What's the Instagram page?
Talk Your Ish Tuesdays. So Talk Your Ish Rashad.
Talk Your Ish Tuesdays live.
Yes.
Every Tuesday, 9:00.
At 9.
And tell them about the tour. Tell them about the 90s tour.
Oh, yes. We definitely had a ball. That's my favorite ever. Like, we definitely had a ball. I think this last show we had with the 90s theme was just like, was awesome.
Phenomenal.
Like, it just took you back and you was just back in that mode or whatever. I know I was.
Absolutely.
So, know.
And if you wasn't there, you can look at it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Talk Your Ish Rashad YouTube
and stay
page.
tuned for the next show.
Absolutely.
Because we still keeping the 90s.
All tour.
Yes.
All tour.
Yeah. It's so many different levels of the 90s you can tap into.
We just getting started.
Yeah.
We just getting started.
Yeah.
But we about to be out, y'all. We about to catch this flight. Hopefully America let us back in. And we see y'all on the other side.
All right.
Peace out, y'all. Oh my God, y'all.
No, too.